Welcome to Attican Plays Railway Empire.
All right, welcome back for part two of the cattle drive. And we got off to a good start in part one. And now we are looking to expand our meat production in Sioux Falls and go out and get ourselves a cattle ranch because we have to start producing cattle and trying to get those into Omaha or wherever we can. We'd like to buy the obvious easiest way to do this would be to buy this one, but it's already up to a level three, so it's expensive. And why is that? Because there's demand. The owner of this, the computer owner, is matching the level of this farm to our ability to move goods along this line and the demand for those goods in Sioux Falls and on down the line, ultimately in, what am I trying to say, in Omaha. Now, what we want to do here is expand. So you can see our utilization is pretty solid now. We're starting to get a good flow of cattle in there, so it's time for us to up the ante. We're going to pump this up a level to level two. So now we're creating more meat that we can ship to Omaha to make more money, and we can see that we're getting a pretty good flow of goods into um, Sioux Falls from this ranch out here. And I'm going to, just to that end, I'm going to throw one more train on, and we're probably okay with trains. That might have been overkill, but I want to always have a train, get it pulling in there to load up. So here's one queued up to come in, so that's good. And here's one coming back. We're looking pretty good with the trains coming in there. So now we bumped this one up. We actually have the ability to bump it up one more because the city has grown. So we have to make a decision. Is it better to put in a museum and bump up this growth so this can continue to grow, or could we not just bump this up and allow that to help it grow? The other thing we could do is start supplying that sawmill. We could even buy the sawmill and do our growth that way. We've got growth over here in Pierre. It's looking good, and we'll grow. We could buy the beer brewery and go that route, but we don't have unlimited money, and we certainly don't have unlimited time. So what we need to do is keep focused on these cattle ranches and creating meat. So if we go down here and look at this next one closest to us is down here, down below Omaha. Wichita over here has this strange thing, this furniture factory. Has no purpose because there's no cities big enough to use the furniture. So it's going to lose money. It's going to be pretty easy for us to buy it. What I'd like to do is buy it and then replace it with a meat factory, meat industry, whatever they call them, meat industry. So then I'd like to buy that guy, that cattle ranch, move the cattle in here, and move the meat up to Omaha. I don't want to feed the cattle directly to Omaha because that's our dear friend Beatrix owns that one. We don't need to be helping her out. I'd like that to continue to just do poorly. So let's wait. Let's get an idea. Buying this furniture industry, it's going to cost, say, $350. Then putting in the meat behind it would be six. We need about 700 grand. We could make that move and get that. And we have to move, and we have to do it all in one fell swoop, or a computer rival will come in there and put some other industry. We don't want that. So we want $700,000 so that we can. Well, let's see. Is it that much? It's more than that. It's more like a million. We need a million so that we can buy it, destroy it, replace it, all in one fell swoop. So we're doing this patiently wait until we have $1 million. Let's see if we can do something with financing to speed this along. Yes, we can. If we pay these guys off and then open new after this auction. We'll pay those current bonds off, the open ones, and then we're going to open bigger ones because it'll give us up to 10% of the value of our company. Now we can borrow significantly more money, do that twice, and now we've got a whole lot more money. Now we can stop and do our thing down here in Wichita. So we want to buy this. I don't think Beatrix will oppose us, but we'll see. Okay, we bought it. Now, of course, naturally, like any good owner, we're going to destroy it. Then we're going to come back and put in a meat industry in Wichita. And I would love to wait till I have a station to put it in, but I can't. If you wait, you will lose the opportunity. So we're going to put in a train station in Wichita. And hook it up so that it can run all the way into Omaha. Oh, that's a good looking line. 126, 226. We need about 250 or so in order to get that line going. What we'll do first is establish the line so it can start making some money for us, run about 8 trains up through here. Then we're looking into buying this cattle ranch and then start feeding our meat industry. But we really wanted that extra meat industry close to this cattle that makes everything run nice and smoothly. So it's an investment in our future. I've totally forgotten how much that cost. We've got it, 126. Now double track it. Need 113 plus, that looks like 1, let's do a couple of towers, so 170, 175 maybe. And notice our money's starting to rack up a little faster. That's lovely. Let's go ahead and build that and put in a couple of towers, supply towers, like so, like so. We'll put in enough signals so that we can run 8 trains nice and smoothly and spaced out all through here. And we'll go ahead and set that line up, like I said, before we start messing with anything else going on here. And priority meat. If in doubt, grab meat. 1, 2, 3. Nope. 2, 3. 4. 5. No. 5. 6. 7. and 8. All right, now we've got a nice line going there. It'll make us decent money, and we're going to accumulate that money and see what would it take us to buy this ranch, because we really need to buy it. It's not going to be, they're not giving it to us. And one of the problems is now that we have a meat factory here, it's actually overland sending stuff there, so that drove the price up a little bit. If the money had worked out a little better, I would have bought this first and then messed around with all this down here. But that's not how it happened, so we'll have to pay the price here and spend probably $500,000-$600,000 to get that. But we need to have it because we have to start producing cattle, and that means we have to own the cattle ranch in order to produce it. But if we own one, I think that'll cover us to get those 100 out in 4 years. Yeah, it absolutely would. So let's just be patient and wait till we've accumulated some funds. It's hard to be patient when you got all this stuff making time constraints on you. Not to mention the fact that we could increase this. Could we? Nah, it's going to be expensive. I'd rather buy the ranch first, then we'll come back up. That'll be next step. Now Wichita's down here. It's growing right now. There's not much. We could throw some corn and veggies and sugar at it, even some wood, and help it grow, and even fruit if we wanted to. And we probably will want it to grow because Wichita is going to be one of our meat producers, and therefore it needs to be a decent size. Let's see if we can get this cattle ranch now. Oh, it's gone down a little in price. Good deal. Let's hope it stays that way. All right, very nice. And I think I'm going to throw Omaha needs repairs. We only have repairs up here. Okay, so let's get our line hooked up and start taking our cattle to our meat industry. That's the way it should be. And did I use the wrong line? Of course I did. You guys scoot over there. And now let's run our cattle line. Like so. Supplies and signals. All right, didn't mean to put that one in there. That would allow us to run up to 5. We're going to probably run 3, I think. Now, because we own this one, we're going to have to keep an eye on the expansion of both the meat industry and our cattle ranch. They need to match each other. So right now we've got a meat industry that can be upgraded. It needs 3.6 cattle, and our ranch is capable of putting out 2.4, so it needs to be expanded first. That's going to cost us $300,000. Now we don't have to watch that up here because the computer owner is, in theory, watching that for us. But down here, since it's ours, we're going to have to take care of it. So we're going to expand that. Now we're getting 4.8 out of the cattle ranch. So if we bump this guy up, we'll end up needing 7.2, which is actually, we're actually going to have to expand the cattle ranch yet again in order to hit that. So we're in good shape on this factory for now. And we still have the ability, I believe, to expand. Yeah, we can expand this one for 600. That's where we want to spend our money next, is expanding that one. And let's see, what kind of times are we getting here? 104 days to make one trip. So it can do about 2 or 3 a year. So 7 could be 15, 16 truckloads. And right now we need a truckload a week. We need like 50. So we actually need more trains. Now they're coming in pretty close. I think the other thing we could do is expand the station so that they load faster. That would help. And you see he's at 16.8, and we're using cattle at the rate of 7.2. So he's already ahead of us. We're going to bump up, and that tells me that we also, if he's giving us plenty of supply, we need more trains. Without even doing the math, we'll just throw a couple more trains on there. All right, what do we got? What are we on dates here? We've got a couple more years to hook up the rest of these, so we probably should use our time and effort to go down here. The next one we want to get here is down here. And we get the same deal. Here we've already got a meat factory. We've got a cattle ranch. All we need to do is hook it up to our network. So we can run down here, hook up into this, and deliver Amarillo, or Amarillo, however you want to say it, cattle up to Omaha. So let's do that. Let's put a large station in Amarillo, kind of point it. We want to run along this river and then across. I think there's a city, Oklahoma City's up there that we want to run by. So we're going to go let's go ahead and cross over. We do not want to mess with the Indians. Pretty good. We'll merge in with this one with some trepidation. Make sure our signals are telling us to drive on the right. And we're going to need some more signals because we're going to be running more trains through this area, probably twice as much density, potentially. So let's just load up some signals to handle that volume. Okay, now we have half the connection. Where's the other half? Okay, need 200 plus, let's see, 200 plus a couple, 3 towers, 290. We got to run how many trains? 6, at least a dozen. Let's run a dozen. And priority meet. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's hook up another cattle ranch. We can run 3 trains there, keep them hopping. And is it too late to buy this thing? We kind of need to buy that. Okay, what are we looking like now? All right, we got our 100 loads of cattle. That's good. We're doing pretty well on this meat to Omaha. 4 businesses, and we would like to start buying Beatrice. So let's look at our money and see what we can do here. See, we're outstripping her now, but she's still a decent size. What I'd like to do is pay these off, then refinance for more money, and then use that extra money. Rapid City, do we want Rapid City? Is it worth it? No. Oh, that's close by. That's just off Pierre. They will pay us to do it, so let's go for it. It's like a freebie. We could run trains over. Oh, that's a meat factory. Oh my goodness, Danny, wake up. Let's connect them up to Pierre, which is going to cost us repairs and expansion, and then a line that goes, let's go from here. Where's our city? Here it is. Well, this might actually might have backed into a good strategy here, because they have a meat factory. Look how close that is, and look where our other one is. Right there, that ranch might just be headed up there. That could work. Let's do a couple of towers, signals. And let's run 6 trains between there, between Rapid City and Pierre. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I do want to point out we did fail on one here, because that's just, I mean, look at this. That's just, wow, would that be hard? Connecting 400,000 people on a map that barely has 400,000 people. We're getting growth here. I would like to buy this industry. Beautiful. And then I would love to run our final connection, which is going to be from here. We've got to connect with this ranch. And let's let it feed our new city of Rapid City, wherever it is. Where is it? Up here. First of all, let's expand this guy. We're expanding twice because we're going to run, we need a line to run in here way down to our final ranch, wherever it is. Where is it? Okay, right there. Okay, we need 180. Okay, when this hits to 3 stars, we can get a big reduction on the cost of locomotives. That'll be nice. $180, and that'll give us the, check this one off. There we go, another task completed. And let's go down here and run our line so that we can feed cattle all the way up here to Rapid City. $160 plus a couple of towers, $220. There's our 3 cheaper locomotives, lovely. Couple of supply towers and some signals. And it'd be nice if this actually connected. My favorite mistake. Okay, now do we own that? Yes, we do. Hallelujah. Let's start pumping cattle to here. Always full. Two, 3, 4, 5. And look at how cheap these trains are. 6, 7, 20 grand a pop. Now we need to be able to run this cattle. 1, 2, out of this third one. It needs to run all the way across to Omaha. Thankfully, there's a space open. 316 is not bad. So need about 700,000 to really get the job done here. And are we still okay? 57. Okay, yeah, we're looking pretty good.
All right, let's cut it off right there. It's getting pretty long. When we come back in episode 3, we'll finish off this build, if I don't finish it before I quit talking here. And we will continue with the really getting into the buying out of our competitor and wrapping up this mission. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helps you become a better player, and I hope you'll join us for episode 3 as we continue the cattle drive. Thank you.